Hello, this is Mitch King with the Sunday evening, October 11th, 2009 Daily Stock Report. We're looking at the Dow Jones marching up in the last 5 trading days. Buy on the dip patterns working well as it has been for months. Sounds like a broken record. We were up 78 points on the Dow on Friday, about 0.75% on the Nasdaq Composite here. And the S&P 500 was up over half a point. It looks like the market's poised to make higher highs this week with earnings seasons getting into full swing this week. And the following week, the market looks like it's going to be focused on the bigger names, more important names in terms of their earnings. And if they beat expectations, we're likely to beat expectations considering the analysts have lowered those so drastically in the last 6 months. So it'll be a lot easier for these companies to beat the earnings and very likely give the market a reason to start buying or continue to put more money to work. We're just going to go through a handful of stocks that are on the stock table highlighted in yellow. Most of them are long positions, or almost all of them are. Here's Goldman Sachs. Has been marching up here real steadily. Been one of the strongest financial stocks. Here's the FXI Xinhua 25 of China's index. It's an ETF doing quite strongly in the last 6 trading days, and that's possible to see this sell-off here hitting some sort of high this week before a short-term pullback. Again, what we like to look at as a technical indicator is if we get above the previous highs. Real simple there. If we bust through that, it's very likely that this continues to gain momentum, and it's just hard to tell how this is going to do. At the moment, it looks like it could, and we just hold it until we see signs of pulling back. Here's Google doing real well, hit a higher high, over $500 now. Apple's been real strong, real steadily moving up. Looks like we're going to very likely to see this continue to move up. MetLife is rebounding from a correction that lasted for several weeks. Hard to tell if we're going to make higher highs on this. It doesn't look like it to me at the moment, but we're just hanging on this until we see some sort of signs to sell that from various charts that we use. MasterCard here, stock symbol MA, and as you'll see on all the stock symbols are in the upper left-hand corner in most of the charts that we have. It's had a strong rebound here in the last week, just riding this long at the moment, as we are most stocks. Here's ABX. It's a gold stock, not near as strong as some other gold stocks like GLD, Gold Trust. The gold prices are at or near its high, so it's a little disappointing ABX isn't looking like this type of chart here. Going back to ABX there. Really should be quite a bit higher somewhere in here. FCX is Freeport-McMoRan, just made a higher high on Thursday. Slight pullback on Friday, looking for this to continue to hold this long position. STP starting to gain a little momentum. It's from the solar sector. One of the things I do is look at other stocks that are in the same sector, like First Solar, Canadian Solar, and CSIQ is Canadian Solar. Here's Toll Brothers, one of the 2 residential construction companies that were long, TOL, as well as DHI. We've also introduced a new one called Pulte Homes on an intermediate trade on the report tonight. So be careful not to get overweighted in the same sector. We got back long in this stock, HURN, a few days ago. And we're trying to see if this busts through that high. Looks like if the next day or two we see that, it should continue to gain a little momentum on an upward trend. Here's YGE, small long position on the long side. And that's continuing to move up here. We're just holding on to this long. CMI, Cummins, new long position. GTI, and here is a long position that happened to do real well on Friday after Thursday night's report. Looking to hold this for a few days. This looks like this might turn into a swing trade that will hold within a week. Big move of 14.5% on Friday, so if this continues to move up here like this would be a sell point if it continues to move up that steeply. Here's SR. It's stock that we pointed out was developing into a bull short. Please read and go through the videos on the Wizard training course for the bull shorts before you enter these and do a very small position. It started to break down here nicely. There's Thursday and Friday's trading. And when you see that big drop like you see right down here, all the way down to 694, back up to 780, this is usually a good point to enter a short position, and it's very probable, very likely to see that bull short pattern continue to resume its downward trend like that. But this is a thin float, so it's a pretty dangerous stock, as most of these bull shorts are. It's a high risk, high reward type of relationship. Here's a new stock on the aggressive investors, SCIL, a short position. Allow this stock to move back up here close to 6, maybe even over it before entering a short position. And we're looking for some sort of entry point tomorrow. If it continues to just go straight down, then we just pass on it and don't touch it. So you know the routine. Put the odds in your favor. Don't get leverage. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.